Welcome back, Kuma Crew. It is once again your favourite friendly despair bear Annakuma, and today we're back for another quacking good time. Because friends, once more we're back with Duck Detective, this time in the Ghost of Glamping, which releases this week on the 22nd. So let us look at the demo.
Life wasn't easy. I was as broke as ever. And just when my misery had reached its peak, they decided to kick me out of my apartment.
For a start, if you've been here long enough, you'll know Duck Detective was one of the only games I got a demo review out for in 2024. It then took nearly a year for the review to hit, so I'm well into this Duck series, and that is because I have an unwavering love of ducks, and detectives, and clowns. But as Eugene McQuackling is just a duck who detects, and not a clown, though his love of bread might be clownish, we don't need to talk about clowns. Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, brings back the lovable feathered detective with new bestie Freddie Fredison, you know, the nerd from the first game.
Do you have any idea who picked me to investigate?
No idea, but I'm so happy you're here. I have a copy of your book. The early bird catches the criminal. Can you sign it?
As we ended the first game in Freddie's car, it looks like he never let us leave him at all. With us losing our office, we are now roommates with Freddie, and well, it looks like we still have a problem with the bread. Much like the first demo, this takes the first section up until we start actually investigating anything out of the game and gives us a quick glance at what to expect. Basically, the tutorial area of the game, getting you used to the movement, the deductions, and giving you a chance to get a feel for the vibe of the characters in the story. We get a little more of a look into Eugene and Anna's relationship, making me feel if Anna isn't in this game, she's gonna be the subject of one going forward. We get a quick look at the apartment Freddie and Eugene live in, before Freddie whisks away to a spooky camp and introduces us to his girlfriend?
How did he manage to find a girlfriend?
For all the hate Freddie gets from everyone around him, dude has a girl, and that is more than we have. We meet this pigeon who is the most relatable character ever, with a list of things to do, including crying after greeting guests. Matilda here, who finds anything and everything to whine about. And then Freddie's actual girlfriend, who is the assistant to a content creator.
I don't want to hear it. Fix it now.
Our first mystery is finding a stolen stool, but the demo only goes up to finding out who it is that is actually dating Freddie. With how short the first game was, it is more than enough. But also, nothing really has changed between games, so again, if you have played the first game, there isn't really anything that needs to be seen that hadn't been seen in the missing salami anyway. So why bother with a review of the second game demo? Because I wanna, and I will. To start with, I feel I really like the continuation. I said in the full review, I'd like it to feel more episodic, with a feeling when the series comes to an end, that you can play the games back to back, maybe in a neat little collection. And it feels much more like the Sam and Max series, or a Sherlock game, with many small cases, but one ending point that ties them all together. My guess, as I hinted earlier, is that the thread will be Anna, and either the next case or indeed the last case of the series will revolve around something she's done or her kidnapping. It is hard to predict what they will do, as the game is still heavily kid-friendly, leaning to make the noir and adult aspects of the game funny and over the top to hide a message adults will get under a cheery exterior, so something like Anna dying feels very much off the table. It is nice to explore the boys' apartment and see that they've genuinely been doing stuff together since the first game. There are photos of them out and about, and it looks like Freddie really thinks of Eugene as a friend. Eugene is too grumpy to admit to friendship though. I also can't tell by the state of Eugene's room if his addiction to bread is worse or better. He carries a small baggie of bread with him now, just in case of emergencies, and it is all over his room. But I guess that is better than the first game where the bread bag was just empty. Yes, I know it is a joke, guys, but I wouldn't be a bear on the internet if I didn't take it semi-seriously as a joke myself. Our first task is to find out why Anna isn't talking to us, and it turns out that it is because she thinks we're irresponsible. We even get to hear Anna this time, which is nice.
One message from November 9th.
You still haven't sent back my glove. Did you think keeping my wardrobe ransom would trap me with you? We would very much like to not have to think about you and your brat anymore. Hurry up.
We then have to figure out where we're being taken by Freddie, who walks into our room in a towel. Sexy. And finally, we have to find out who his girlfriend is. Much like the first game, the hotspots are always active, meaning it is hard to miss something. The map for this game looks cool, and it lets you know if there are any interactions you are missing in each place. It looks like it'll be comparatively a similar size to the first game, maybe a tad bigger, but just as locked off in the beginning. In your journal, you'll also get to see everything that you've interacted with, which won't necessarily help, or at least I didn't find it helped yet. But it is nice to see the artwork again because these things are kind of fun. We also have an inventory, and once more, the inventory isn't necessarily a usable one, but more you'll pick up things that you'll get to ask people about, like this clipboard. Duck Detective is at its heart just an interrogation game. It is all about talking to people and letting them tell on themselves and others. They'll give you information you can then run to someone else to talk to about, and back and forth till you run out of things to ask and end up with a bunch of words to fill out your deductions. Everything about the game is still as charming as the first. I'm guessing with such a fast release that they worked on these together because it doesn't dip in quality at all, but stays mostly the same. Your characters are little cutouts that react a little to the world around it. The world is beautiful and full of life. You have collision on certain items so you can make Eugene a menace to the campsite, just like he was in the office. And overall, it is very easy to navigate around and see what you have to do. So in this game, when I get close to things like this pump or a suitcase I can look in, they automatically have an action. The pump turns on and off, and the suitcase opens for me. I don't think there were many items to do something like this in the first game, other than maybe the fridge, which maybe did in the canteen, so it's nice to see the world is coming to life around you in this one. Eugene and Freddie are pretty much the same, but Freddie now follows you around. You can talk to him about various things as you go, which is a nice touch. I kind of like that they've given us a friend, and again wonder if that is going to play a bigger part as the series goes along, because I can only hope that the series will continue to go along after this game. Mainly I'm just happy that the story feels so different. With the gameplay being the same, 2 returning characters, and not much changing gameplay wise, which to be fair, why would they change something that worked so well? My main concern was that it would feel like the same thing. Just from the very beginning, starting in a different room already made it stand out. We don't have our office anymore, so we're in this bedroom instead. We get an apartment to look at because we're no longer sleeping in an office, and then you couldn't get 2 more different areas than the campsite and bear bus. Whilst voices do have the same cartoony infliction to them, the characters themselves feel different enough. We don't have a Sophie moping around or a Laura ready to blast her eardrums out. There really isn't someone in charge either, so no big bad guy right from the start, and the most annoying character according to the world at large is now our sidekick. So huzzah! In fact, you know what this series is going to remind me of greatly? Scooby-Doo. Going from one misadventure to another and foiling all the plans along the way just by being there at the right time. Again, because this time we weren't even called out, we got dragged here to be a third wheel to Freddie's weekend away at a spooky sanitarium. My birthday is this week on the 20th. The first game came out last year on the 23rd of May, this one on the 22nd of May. I'm very happy to keep the tradition alive of having a duck-based game every birthday I have. I can't wait to play this game and will do this week at some point. Happily, it looks like Duck Detective is here to stay, and the adventures of Eugene McQuacken will continue. I'm happy. I know it might have sounded in my review of the full game that Duck Detective was a bit of a disappointment, but it was mainly in that it didn't give me enough. Give me a good few decent short cases that I can play back to back in the future, and I'm sure I'll feel like they did a good job. Though I can't help but hope that this adventure is a little bit more meaty than the first, only a little more. That is it for the review though. Again, this review has been brought way forward because the release is this week. If you want to play the demo or indeed buy the game, the link will be in the description below to the store page, so give it a look. And if you want to support this bear here and everything that I do and do not do, then please leave a like on this video, comment below on any deductions you can make about this case, and subscribe. Also, give me a follow over at twitch.tv/Annakuma, where I stream 5 days a week, various different games all week long. I'm actually making this video a few weeks in advance, so we might still be looking for 1k followers over on Twitch. I don't know. I'm around 988 as of writing this, so it isn't far off, but I'm also apparently not a very marketable bear, but 2025 is gonna hopefully fix that. Hopefully. Till next time though, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.